Okay, so go ahead and inhale for 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold your breath for 10 seconds. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now exhale for 10 seconds. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Now inhale deeply for 5 seconds. 2, 3, 4, 5. And hold your breath for 10 seconds. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And now exhale for 10 seconds. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, last set. Inhale deeply for 5 seconds. 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold your breath for 10. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And exhale for 10. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Okay, now think of a time where someone really stepped up for you, or where they went the extra mile for you, where they didn't have to do it, but they cared enough about you to help you during a time where you needed their help the most. Maybe you didn't even ask them to help you, but somehow they knew you needed their help. Maybe they could sense it, and they came and jumped into the foxhole with you and fought your battle with you side by side. And maybe what you were going through was so rough, you couldn't even see the light at the end of the tunnel. The challenge you faced seemed insurmountable, but when this person stepped up for you, they gave you the encouragement you needed to keep fighting. Maybe they even coached you through the process because they too had gone through something similar, and they helped you believe that if they could get through it, then you could get through it too. Maybe this person that stepped up for you was kind of like a guardian angel to you. Audibly say, "Thank you. Thank you. I love you. Thank you." Okay, next, think of a time where a coincidence happened. I believe we're blessed with opportunities that seem like coincidences all the time. But in reality, these events are not coincidences at all. They're all part of God's plan. So think of a time where maybe you met someone that changed your life. Maybe it was someone that became your best friend, or maybe someone you met as a business associate, or a mentor, or someone that you could have easily not met had you not crossed paths. Think of all the things that could have happened to prevent this so-called coincidence from happening. Had you shown up just 5 minutes later, or 5 minutes earlier, or had you not gone to that event, or that party, or that conference, that you would have never experienced that experience. You would have never met that person, or you would have never heard that encouraging message. Think about how easily that could have not happened. You see, that was a gift that you needed, that you did nothing to deserve. Right? You didn't plan it, you didn't create it. It just happened for you. Relive that moment. Remember how it felt back then. Connect with how it feels right now. Knowing that you were gifted this incredible relationship, or lesson, or opportunity, whatever it was, and how it changed your life forever. And now audibly say out loud, "Thank you. Thank you. Thank you." Now think of a time where something really bad happened to you, a major letdown, a heartbreaking moment, something that seemed like the worst thing that could have ever happened to you. And maybe it was a divorce, or the loss of a friendship, or a betrayal. Maybe you lost something that you worked so hard to gain, and it seemed like your life was over. But here you are years later, and you realize it was a blessing in disguise. Had that heart-wrenching thing not happened, you wouldn't be with the people you're with today. Sometimes these things happen to us in life, these things that are so hurtful, that seem so unfair, these things that crush our egos and break our hearts, these things that make us doubt ourselves. Sometimes these things needed to happen to send us in a new direction with new people and new relationships, the kind of relationships we truly needed. And if we were still connected with those people from the past, we would have never met the people we're with now. If you're going through that type of separation right now, the great samurai warrior Miyamoto Musashi once said, "Never be saddened by a separation," because the separation is like cutting cancer out of your life and making space for the right relationships to come into your life, the kind of relationships that will build you into the person you were meant to be. And speaking of people who have betrayed you, you need to forgive them, and not because they deserve it. In fact, they probably don't deserve it. But I'm not saying you should forgive them because it's the right thing to do either. Right? I'm saying you need to forgive them for your benefit. Forgiveness is not for the forgiven. Forgiveness is for the forgiver. And don't let those people occupy your mind space and your spirit. Don't let them have that kind of hold over you anymore. You let it go. And don't let it go because you're supposed to let it go. Let it go because you now realize that they did you a favor. They made it easier for you to move on without them. If they didn't betray you, you'd still be stuck with that person, and they were holding you back. They were keeping you from achieving greatness in your life. And they were causing more stress and drama in your life than they were bringing happiness and peace. You were like a little parasite, sucking the lifeblood out of you. And now, you're free. You should be writing them thank you notes for setting you free. You're free to soar and become the person you were meant to be. Now there's one more person that you have to forgive, and this is by far the most difficult person to forgive because they made so many mistakes. You've been way too hard on this person, criticizing them every day. And this person that you have to forgive is yourself. You've been beating yourself up every day, telling yourself that you should be further along in life than you are. That you've been comparing yourself to other people that have more, earn more, are more. You feel guilty that you aren't where you want to be yet. When maybe you even feel like you're letting your family down. You feel like it's your fault and that you screwed it all up. But maybe, just maybe, things weren't supposed to work out the way you wanted them to initially. Maybe God has a bigger plan for you. And even if you don't believe in God, you can believe that you are still a piece unique, meaning that there's only one of you, and that alone makes you special. So forgive yourself. It's okay. Despite all your mistakes, despite all your struggles, despite all your failures, you can start building the life you were meant to live right now. To be thankful for who you have in the foxhole with you right now. You'll be thankful for the coincidences that changed your life. And be thankful for the struggles in your life, because they are truly blessings in disguise.